All right, it seems that Adani has now issued another statement on the stock's crash as well. We'll just play that out for our viewers, what exactly is now being said. Because Gautam Adani in a statement has been saying that the interest of the investors is paramount and this decision will not impact existing businesses, and they will continue to focus on long-term value creation and growth as well. So this is for the first time Gautam Adani has been speaking on the issue, while Adani stocks, we are told, that went down by nearly 30% on the Bombay Stock Exchange minutes before the bourse's scheduled close, and this was at least the 5th straight day of the losses that was reported.
Dear friends, after a fully subscribed FPO, yesterday's decision of his withdrawal would have surprised many. But considering the volatility of the market seen yesterday, our board strongly felt that it would not have been morally correct to proceed with the FPO. In my humble journey of over 4 decades as an entrepreneur, I have been blessed to receive overwhelming support from all stakeholders and particularly the investor community. It is important for me to confess that whatever little I have achieved in life is due to the faith and trust reposed by them. I owe all my success to them. For me, the interest of my investor is paramount and everything is secondary. Hence, to insulate the investors from potential losses, we have withdrawn the FPO. This decision will not have any impact on our existing operations as well as our future plans. We will continue to focus on timely executions and delivery of projects. The fundamentals of our company are very strong. Our balance sheet is healthy and assets robust. Our EBITDA levels and cash flows have been very strong, and we have an impeccable track record of fulfilling our debt obligations. We will continue to focus on a long-term value creation, and growth will be managed by our internal accruals. Once the market stabilizes, we will review our capital market strategy. We have a strong focus on ESG, and every business of ours will continue to create value in a responsible way. The strongest validation of our governance principles comes from several international partnerships we have built across our different entities. I take this opportunity to thank our investment bankers, institutional investors, and shareholders from within and outside the country for giving unflinching support to the FPO. Despite the volatility in the stock over the last week, your faith and belief in the company, its business, and its management has been extremely reassuring and humbling for all of us. We are very confident that we will continue to get support in the future also. Thank you again for your trust in us. Jai Hind.
Madhav, now as far as the decision is concerned, it is of course on one hand being seen in the light of the report that was being issued by Hindenburg, but now the company, the group has come forward with some assurances as well.
Well, absolutely. In fact, coming out with assurances at the same time, of course, the important part is that the follow-on public offering has been withdrawn by the Adani Group. Now, this is after huge volatility that we saw yesterday at the stock markets, with prices crashing. It was virtually being described by many analysts as a bloodbath. This is the kind of sort of view that we saw coming out by the second half of the day yesterday. While the markets within the week of the budget, there was a huge bearish trend on as far as the entire Adani issue is concerned. And this is something that is very surprising, given that several HNIs had in fact bought in to the FPO, and it was oversubscribed on the first day. So this kind of action taking place on the second day is something that was entirely unexpected. And by the end of the day, late last night, we saw the press release come out where Adani had come out and said that the FPO was being withdrawn in the interest of the investors, because their interest is paramount for them and they don't want that on any account they should suffer. And that's pretty much what Gautam Adani has said as far as his video statement is concerned as well. So a huge amount of developments taking place for the last 3 to 4 days as far as this entire issue is concerned. And one will, of course, have to see how this plays out in coming days. Of course, while Mr. Gautam Adani has in his video statement said that it will not in any way impact on the future plans and actions, or what really is the impact and the fallout of this entire episode is something that really remains to be seen, because remember, this is one report that has come out. What does this really mean for not just Gautam Adani, but also India Inc., because it has been seen and projected as an attack on India at a time when the strategically important Haifa port has been taken over by the Adani Group. So is there more to it than meets the eye? What really is behind all of these developments? And are we likely to see similar kind of reports taking on Indian corporations, whether it is the Adani Group or otherwise, in coming days? These are all very important questions that arise out of all of this, these developments that have taken place, because if this can happen to one of the biggest groups, in fact, the valuation making Mr. Gautam Adani the second richest person in the world, does this mean that there are other vested interests who would potentially be trying to snipe at the corporate interests as far as the Adani Group is concerned? And how does this impact on India as a whole and for its large corporates that are spreading their wings across different parts of the globe, and in that sense, expanding the Indian footprint as far as its corporate leaders are concerned? These are some very, very important questions that arise out of this entire episode, and one will only have to wait and see over the next few days how all of this really pans out.